Can you be racist towards white people?
Yeah.
Ooh, can you come back to me on that?
No, we can't come back to you.
I'm actually really curious because,
I think you can be discriminatory. I think you could definitely be discriminatory. I don't consider it racism. I don't believe in reverse racism.
So what's your definition of racism?
Discrimination with prejudice behind it.
You mean prejudice plus power?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
you couldn't be racist towards a white person, is what you're saying?
I could be discriminatory. I don't think I could be racist.
You couldn't be racist.
Yeah, I think it's discrimination.
If
I'll
a
come
person,
back.
if a person of color was in a position to hire someone and they had personal biases against, say, white people, and they didn't hire them based off of that, would that not be racism?
Plus power.
Plus power.
Yes, I guess.
Yes, it would be racism.
I guess that would be racism.
Yes.
I'm trying to be open-minded. I'm not trying to just be stuck in my shoes.
If Barack Obama didn't want to hire a white janitor for the White House during his presidency because he was white, would that be racism?
I guess so.
You guess?
I guess that would be racism.
You're not totally sure if the leader of the free world, one of the most powerful nations in the world, the president of the United States, didn't want to hire a janitor because he's white.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
racism.
the president of the United States be the one who has that's the top of the hierarchy?
I love how we've had almost 50 presidents and you can only pick one, right? For a certain reason.
Well,
that's why I'm I see those stances that I guess that is racism, but whenever I hear someone throw out reverse racism, it's not. It's discrimination. So that's why I am very wishy-washy on that.
Okay, well, continue on. Can you be racist towards white people?
I think so, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, but I think it's a lot rarer. It's more discriminatory than racism. I do agree with that. That's why I brought up the topic I did earlier.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, yes, you can be. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can be.
Okay. Huh. That's interesting, Kiko. Isn't that almost racist to say that you can't be racist towards white people?
That's what you want to call it.
Now, is this a global phenomenon? What if I'm in China?
I'm talking about America.
You're talking about in the U.S.
America is so nuanced when it comes to race and everything because since we are such a big melting pot that we cannot talk about racism, ethnicity, anything like that in America on the same scale as globally.
So if a black person were to say that they hate white people, that in your worldview, that would not be racism?
Overall, usually no. I guess I understand how that statement comes off as inherently racist, but it's because white person says, I hate black people, right? They'll go on, because they're ghetto or this or they're that and that. I've only ever heard black people say, I hate white people because of how they treat us. It's not, they're I just hate white people. I can't, I'm sure there are people who say that. I'm sure there is a black person out there who is like that. Don't get me wrong. But usually it's not coming from an actual form of hate. It's coming from, what's that word? The hate from how they've been treated by that group of people.
Because you
have to remember, us black Americans, a lot of our grandparents, they went through segregation. They went through all of this. It's not that long ago. So it's still very fresh in people's minds.
Okay, so let's say a black person had one incident with a white person where this white person, let's say they physically assaulted them, right? But otherwise they didn't really have any personal, there were no familial, racial encounters with white people that were negative, and they had one sole negative encounter with a white person where this white person physically assaulted them. Although it's not clear, let's say it wasn't because, it wasn't provable that it was racially motivated. It just happened to be this white person physically assaulted them. Do you think that would be justified reason for the black person to say, I hate white people?
If they got attacked by one?
Sure, yeah.
No, if you put any other race on that, but they're in their minds, they're not thinking they just got randomly attacked by a white person. They're thinking they got attacked because they're black and a white person just attacked them because they are black.
But
so,
you were saying that, you were saying that it would be okay to be racist against white people based off of a black person's experience with white people.
I'm not saying it's okay to be racist, but I'm saying I don't think it's not coming of a place of hate for the race. It's coming from a place of hate for what they've done onto them. It's like hating your abuser or whatever it is. Like that's where I'm saying that's why I think it's a difference.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say there's a
but I'm not saying it's right if black people just go out attacking white people because that would be racist. That would be a
but
crime
that's
at
the
the end of day.
action, and that's what I was gonna say. Is I feel like racism is a lot more of the action rather than the word itself.
Because if you
Or,
would
like,
ask me if
words.
black people can be racist, I would say yes. I'm not saying that you can't be racist, but I'm saying
not to
just-
white people.
But with the examples given, I am starting to see a little bit, but I don't know. I don't like everything being, I don't know. I can't put into words anymore.
All right, moving on. Let's try to get through some of these chats.
Yeah, that one right there is highly interesting.
Funny how women hate when men ask to go 50-50 on a date, but are perfectly comfortable with 50-50 in a divorce. Well, that's actually a really good fucking point.
Yeah. Damn.
The poet, Thomas the poet.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good point. I kind of like that. I need to write that down.
I don't know
Hold
if
on.
it's so much a good point, but just
Let me
funny.
write that shit down, bro. Thomas the poet.
Wow.
Fucking good one. I'm
Catch that comment,
paste.
repeat it next episode.
Copy paste. Thank you, man.